torque. You can see we got the nice copper inlay going. So I'm going to grind this down more. I'm going to try doing some of this on a, manually first. And if that's a little too slow or arduous, we'll switch back to the grinder. Start here. So I do want to keep this kind of preserved as to the dimensionality of it. So it should be a little bit, actually should be significantly easier if we're doing it before we get the grinder involved. At least knock this down for the bulk of it. I mean, it's just soft copper. It'll probably be a good idea to show you guys actually what I'm doing. I'm not going to take it down all the way, but we are going to at least knock off the bulk of the high spots. That way we don't accidentally overgrind like I did on some of these other parts. First round doing an engraving, it's a little difficult. But hey, if it's not difficult, what are we really doing, huh? I think my main problem with the overgrinding was, since the copper was uneven, I wasn't getting a good register on the platen for the grinder. And that's why things got a little wonky on me. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Hopefully doing it like this will improve our results. What do you think? Is it... Am I just barking at the wind here, or do you think I'm going in the right direction? I think I got it going right. I'm not sure. Might be a little too aggressive for the end piece. I don't know. I mean, we did a pretty good work on it last time with just the grinder. So, yeah, it does look kind of cool, though. Can't wait to get this guy twisted up. That's going to look nice. I think it's going to look nice. Nice and tweet like a tweedle. Listen, when you're all interacting with me, I'm just going to spin off in my own madness here. Alan, that looks awesome. Thank you. We'll see how it holds up to the twisting and stuff. I mean, the test piece, which disappeared, seemed like it held up pretty well to the twisting. I think I need to nail it one time before I go through and finish. What is it? It is a torque. Well, right now it's just a rod with some copper inlaid into it. But I'm planning on getting this twisted nice. You know, do something nice on the finials here, get it twisted nice, and then twist it into a torque. And then, if we have time today, which I think we will, I'm going to try and make a custom spoon for my partner because she has a touch of the tism and needs a little, wants something nice and custom for herself. So see what we can do about that, yeah? Do this one side. I think we're about ready for the grinder then. Yeah, just to finish cleaning everything up, but we're getting there. And we'll fire up the forge here. We'll see how we can twist this guy nicely. I have a few ideas. I want to get this a nice high polish though first. I think that'll help with the end result. Because I want this nice black and steel finish with a nice bright copper. So I think the best way to achieve that as an end goal will be to get this guy high polished first before it goes back into the fire, and then we can work around. All right. Switch over to the grinder. I think if I turn this on low, this is the aggressive belt here, that will end up with a much better and more stable result. I think. So we'll finish leveling everything off with this belt. Then we'll switch to the 120. Doing a plain twist on it? Yes. I just want to do a very simple twist, going the length of the flats. What a mess. Well, you're welcome to come here and help me clean it. I'll probably be down here 2 or 3 times this week cleaning, because it's getting to be a bit too much to me. Well, oh, there we go. It's like a kitchen, clean as you go. Love you. Well, I appreciate that, but it's very easy to say and not quite easy to do, especially as a single father working your ass off. This is a second job, and it's also the middle of winter. Summer, it's much more tame. All right, switch belts. Though there are a bunch of improvements that I do want to make to help me keep things clean and organized. Mainly a belt rack. That is definitely needed. Looking forward to seeing the finished piece. How are you planning on finishing this? Okay, so the ends are just going to get a curl. Keep it very simple. It's my first time doing all these different inlays and stuff and twisting inlays, really. So we're going to try and keep it simple. That's starting to look really pretty. Let's see, I'm considering using the 3D printer to make some things, potentially set up some sand casting. Honestly, that's exactly why I bought my 3D printer. Has it gotten used for that yet? No, but there's the future to consider. Whoops. that was the plan for mine, and I never got to that point. I think 120 should be good enough for this particular project. What do you think? 120 should be good, right? I think we'll call 120 good, and if we don't like it, we'll do a higher grid on the next one. I'm having ideas on how to do the next one already anyways. All right, so that's the cat. Got to clean up after anyway. Yeah, I know. So 120, that's good for that. Probably take these earplugs out now, at least for a while. Let's get this puppy fired up here. charcoal from last fire. That's a piece of metal. Oh, there's the piece that ended up burning off last week. Kind of cool that it collapsed into like a little key shape pattern. Might do something fun with that. Who knows? And then I know, I still have these knives here that I need to finish. It's all just hardwood there. That should be a nice starter fire. And it's a good way to get rid of scrap. See? It is kind of like cleaning. No, I have a bunch of cleaning in here I need to do. I'll probably end up doing that this week. It is starting to mess with productivity. And if this is a business, I need to make money, which means I need to be productive. Productive. And we'll probably end up running coal this week. Just because, well, I want to get this done, and I want to get the finished too. I want to try and do that spoon. So unfortunately, that means probably turning on the motor. Once we get this to burn down some coals here. Let's condense that a little bit so we can turn up the velocity of the air. All right, let's get the real work going here. Nice and warm. I know, weird seeing you use the shovel for the actual shoveling purpose it was made for. Once that burns down a little bit, it won't be so bad. Get that pre-warmed a little bit. So, what is on everyone else's agenda this week? Any good projects anyone else is doing? Definitely got to. Actually, probably better to twist everything with the pliers, I think. There we go. Get that nice and warm. And doing long projects like this is kind of why I made the forge with these open ends here. I mean, it's more for like doing swords and long knives, but this is kind of in that vein. It's a weird long. Weird long piece. We want to get this to about cherry red. I'll probably be twisting this in sections. And good morning, Kelsey Phillips. Oh, so we got a nice red there. Just keep that moving. Before we lose all the heat. And by keeping that one piece a little warm, it'll help kind of blend that twist a little bit. So how are we all doing? How are you doing today, Kelsey? Haven't seen you on here before. At least not on the live. pretty good so far. I'm happy. Are you happy? We're happy. I got a little D-lam at the top. That's fine. We're getting to the point where we're going to have to switch to using tongs. Let's see. Good, having some coffee. I'm happy to be up early enough to catch it. Well, I'm happy you're up early enough too. This might be another product you're going to be selling for me. Not yet. Come on. Cooperate. Almost there. Yeah, is right. Yeah, I think I melted that a little bit. We'll see. Like I said, first time doing this, so there's going to be mistakes. Just got to be careful. They're comfortable screwing it up a little bit and learning. Yeah, I definitely burnt that. Well, damn. Happy accidents, yeah. Well, I don't think that would qualify really as a happy accident, but happy accidents are accidents that result in nice things, pretty things. Yeah, well, if I screw up a little bit, that's fine. That's why we prototype. I do like how the twist is coming out, though, even though we're doing it very haphazardly. Oh, you're not able to watch me twist it, that's why. Rob says hi, too. We were watching on TV. Hey, Rob, how's it going, man? Come on. All right, let's see if we can get this done in one last push here. Come on. Twist nice. Be nice. Come on. Yeah, I got a significant D-lam up here at the top now. That's okay. We'll just buff that out. Kind of figured that was going to happen with this one anyways, just because I didn't really secure the ends that well, you know? But shit happens. Crap occurs. Life goes on. and maybe a torch for controlled heat. Out of my wheelhouse. I'm learning with you. Yeah, a torch would be way better, I think, for this task specifically. But it's also winter. So even though right now it doesn't feel like winter. I'm going to move this back now to its original position. But yeah, definitely a torch would definitely make this a lot better. The hardest part is setting the initial curl. Let me see if I can just cool this end down here. At least then I'll be able to hold it with my hands. I'll be able to manipulate it a lot better. I mean, this part here is stock and store. You know, it's just make it a normal curl. For me, I want to get this part here as tight as I can. So I can get a nice curl on the whole thing, you know? And Luna Fennec. What am I making? I'm making a torque. This should actually be one of the final steps here. The hardest thing is keeping that curl nice and tight. You want it to be tight like a toidle. Cool off this handle in again. But we're getting there. And then we're going to make a spoon. Or at least attempt to. Because like I said before, my partner has a bit of autism, so I want to make sure she has something nice and comfortable to eat with. What do you think about that? Is that a nice, good curl? I think it is. Let's cool that side off. Let's cool it way back off. Ooh, right? And there you can see some of that copper popping out already. That's gonna be pretty. Time to do the other end. Awesome, thank you. Now I want to curl them in the same direction. Because I wanted to go around my neck and then curl outwards. Morning, sunshine. Well, good morning to yourself as well. Just wondering when you're going to pop on. This one's a little tighter than the last one. I like that. Progressive improvement. Even if everything you make is just 1% better, sooner than later, it'll be 100% better. It's 200% better. If you guys like what I do and want to support me past just watching YouTube, I wanted to surprise you. Well, thank you. You can go to patreon.com/Knightsmith. I basically use it as a tip jar, sometimes as a sounding board when I'm really stuck on an idea and don't know what to do. Oh, look at that piece of. Okay. But I'm mainly here on Facebook and on TikTok. Oh, this one's nice and tight. I like that. I like how this is turning out. Oop. That's roughly even. I think I went a little bit further on this one. That's fine. See some of that copper there. It's going to be a pretty thing. All right, so what we're going to do next is we'll do the, yeah, no, we're just going to start curling this whole thing here around. Now this is going to be the difficult part, because now I want that whole thing to curl around a little bit there. I think for this, so I don't, no, we'll stick with this guy for now. We'll do a lot of straightening and stuff with my wooden mallet that I have somewhere. Let's see. I want to hire you to make me a Ferrone. I can do that. Any commissions that you want to do, go to knightsmith.sales@gmail.com. Send me the information, and I'd be more than happy to do something pretty. First one in there. And Gold Cavalier Slav said, hi, hello, Gold. How we doing? It's going to be way too small for my neck, but I guess easier to bend it like this now. I love how when I do that, it just, that copper just pops, you know? But I figure if we get the bending in first, you know, bending it out won't be as difficult. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. So yeah, like, comments, you know, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff that every other YouTuber asks you to do. But give me project ideas. Tell me what you're working on. That's what I care about. It's a beautiful color, right? I think this is going to look quite handsome around my neck. And yes, I understand this is getting overbent right now. But that's kind of the point. I'll overbend it, polish it, and then do the thing, and then I'll size it up a little bit better once it's around my neck. And Kelsey, you are painting a 6-foot alien, and Jennifer, you are, don't laugh, organizing my house. Well, I didn't laugh at someone organizing. I mean, yes, there's the funny jokes that we've been having back and forth, and you still haven't made good on to come and clean my shop for me. But, no, seriously, though, organizing is a good thing. I desperately need to do it. I'm horrible at it. Just because, no. Really, because I just don't do it. All right. Yeah, so I did melt some of the copper out. But for the most part, it stayed intact. That's pretty roughly how I want it to be there. Let's get this polished up, waxed, and then we'll start on the spoon. Very cool. Thank you. And Kelsey, brace yourself because you're going to get so many orders for these. I hope so. All right, earplugs back in. Face shield on, and hopefully I don't lose too much of the copper doing this step either. Okay, a few pieces I need to address here really quickly. Like this back did get, all melted and stuff, so the copper kind of fused to the steel. But that's why we have prototypes, right? And this seems to be the only serious delamination that's going to prove a problem. Let's just work that out. I can't even feel that with my finger, so next step, wax. Oh, this is turning out gorgeous. Let's fix this fire here a little bit. Might as well add some more coal because as soon as this is done, immediately we're switching gears here. The other side, I absolutely love hot wax as a finish. Yeah, there's another piece of delam there. Okay. So we'll just cut that out and call it good. Set this off to the side to cool. Now start on that spoon. This fire got a little too dead here, so we're gonna revive it with some little bit of sticks here. Yep. And I don't know if we'll finish it. We'll probably won't finish the spoon this week, but we will get everything started so that next week or later this week we will finish it. Oh, fire. Fire big. Fire good. And how we're going to start this off is we're going to isolate some material on the end and then start drawing out the spoon, the handle portion. I know she wants a nice long, thin handle. So the first step is to isolate the head. Okay? And then from there we could draw out that the rest of that and then get things kind of working how we want it to. Because what's the point of being with a maker if they're not going to make you things? Right? And I know I need to do severe maintenance on the fire pot. A lot of clinkers and stuff and just junk built up in it. So maybe that'll be part of my to-do list this week. Get all that straightened out as well. Because my fires shouldn't be dying this fast. And maybe Tuesday. You know what? Tuesday night I'm going to come down here. As long as the weather cooperates. We'll tear this apart and get it started for next week. Maybe I'll even do a live stream on that by itself. What you say? Because this shouldn't have gone up this fast. Oh, there's an air leak underneath. Yeah, we're leaking air down around the 2 year too. Yeah, that happens. In that case, we're probably gonna call it a week, or at least a day. Yeah, there's barely any heat there. Thank you, Knight. Well, you're welcome. So, yeah, I'll probably Tuesday, because I got something going on Monday. Tuesday, we'll come in here. We'll clean this whole thing out here, and I'll show you some of the maintenance that goes on with a forge, and mostly the 2-year, because that's usually the biggest maintenance part of the whole system. But so I am using, just so you know, if you're not aware, I am using a part of a railing that was given to me. I removed from a friend's house. And I'll be making that, make a spoon. But a lot of the smaller tools, like my this guy here, my pick, a lot of the tongs that I made are all made out of railing. So those of you who do want to get into this, it's stupid easy, stupid cheap, and material is just anything made out of metal, really. You can work copper, steel, known steel, mystery steel, whatever. It all eventually works. Anyways. I got this little piece here that delammed back there, so let's snap that off. See if it works. Actually, let's use the graver so we can get a nice clean cut into that, and from there snap it off. And we should be able to wear this all day. Just that one little piece right there. Good. Should be able to get a nice clean snap on that then. All right. So there's the first torque I've ever made. Yeah, ignore the burn part. That was my mistake. But like, ain't that pretty? There we go. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to take these pieces and bend them down a little bit. Let's do that next. And we're just going to do this cold. It sits much nicer on my neck. Oh, actually, it's really comfy. Tight, but it's not tight. Oh, I like that. Anyways, We went a little over time today, and we didn't get done both projects that we wanted to. But that means next time we pick up for a project, we'll be able to do the whole thing start to finish. If I can get this addressed, later this week, Tuesday or Wednesday, that means the next time I'm in here and do a project, the first firing of the clean, polished forge, it'll be to do that spoon. A little disappointed, though, that it didn't work out this time. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Go over to my Patreon. Follow me on TikTok. There's a Facebook group. That's the easiest way to get involved with me. What else is there? I'll discuss all my future plans and stuff when we're doing some maintenance on the forge. What else? Any little notes to leave with? No, I think that's pretty much it. So, y'all, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time. And I'll see y'all next week, or later this week, or whenever. You'll see me. I'll see you. Bye-bye.